There we go, my friends. Welcome back to the Nilo Cortex Captain Cortex blog, or whatever you want to call it. Whatevs. I actually have a list of things to actually talk about today, just because I want to be a little bit more structured with these, because I try to make these like 10 to 12 minutes long, like roughly in there. And if I don't have any type of structure, I'm bound to talk for about 2 hours. And unfortunately, this card will not capture that long, so we'll go from there. Sorry already about the quality of the camera, because we're not using a webcam today. We're using a DSLR, really nice camera. However, for whatever reason, Nikon decided that the D90s are going to have a 5-minute limit on 720p and a 20-minute limit on everything lower than that, like 640 by whatever. So I had to bring it down to that, and so I didn't have to do like 3 uploads of 5 minutes each, because I don't think it'd tell me when the 5-minute limit was up. And there's no camera on it, like no side camera, because it's not a camcorder. Henceforth, we have to deal with this. Sorry again about it. I'll fix this in the future, but right now I don't have the funds to do that, and I'm just borrowing this camera. What I might do in the future, though, is use the webcam and then use our Blue Yeti mic, because it has amazing sound quality. So we'll go from there, but let's jump right into it. I do have coffee. I mean, this isn't coffee time, but coffee. I've had it since about 9 o'clock this morning, because I love just having coffee all day long. Not a lot of coffee, like just 1 cup. 1 cup from like 9, and it'll get cold by noonish, a little before then, and I'll still be drinking it by 5 o'clock. It takes me forever to get through it, but I coast on it. I just coast on the sips. It's freaking awesome. And that's how you save money. That $4 is going to save me from buying like 3 of them throughout the day. So, alright, so what did I do today? I did a lot of things. I barely left my room because I've just been like on the computer doing everything I could possibly do. First thing, I woke up late, which sucks, because when I wake up late I'm like, damn it, that's 2 hours. I could have made an article already. I beat myself up on stuff like that, but it's one of those things, you know, hold yourself to high standards, but don't hold anybody else to them, you know. Accept everybody else, but make sure you are disciplined. One of those type of things, I guess. Let's see, I pretty much woke up, and today is Wednesday, and so that means it's escapetheworkforce.wordpress.com day. Like, I post to that one every Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, and then I post to nilocortex.com, my other gaming website, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then Sunday's my off day, but I usually use it to draft up ideas for the week. So, and actually I'm going to start doing like streaming highlights on Sundays, so no break. Ain't no rest for the wicked. That's right, that's right. So I worked on that, and I had the idea for the article last week. Like, I was creating it, and then I completely changed it up. Like, today I was like, I need to do this article, and then it dawned on me, like, no, let's do an article close to home. And it's called Origin, like the origin point, or starting from square one. But it's like, the title of it is The Opportunity in Disguise. Because what it is, it's like, sorry, I'm using like a lot. I blame AIM. Rather, when you get fired from a job, or you lose the job somehow, or the company goes bankrupt and you're back at square one, like, if you're in a job where you have dead end, like, it's just a dead-end job, you're not going anywhere, there's no real skill in it, there's no growth, no progress on a personal level. When you lose that job, you have no skills, you have nothing. Unless it was a very niche audience, like technology or something like that. But and this is close to me, because I'm in technology. I've been in technology my whole life, such as like computer tech, working for hospital and stuff. And I work for a company here, Bison IT. And I do a couple other companies as well, but mainly it's Bison IT, and they haven't had work for me in like 2 weeks, and I asked them just yesterday, last night, like midnight, I sent them an email saying, you know, do you have any work for me this week, because I want something, I need to pay bills, right? And they're still late on sending me a paycheck from previous, but, so I sent them that, and today they were like, we don't have, or we're so busy, we had to hire a full-time person, we don't have any work for you, thanks. It was like a happy thanks, but that didn't make sense to me, because if you had enough work to hire a full-time person, I should have been notified. So either way, I kind of feel betrayed in that sense. Like, it's just not cool. And that her sentence didn't make sense. We hired a full-time person, lots of work, but we have no work for you, no work. There's a gap you're not explaining, but either way, like I said, that's just frustrating, and it's ironic because a lot of their customers really like me. Like, of all the techs we have, I'm the most sociable, and I talk to people and I get to know them and all that stuff. And right after I read that email, like not even 5 minutes, like it was miraculous. Right after I read that email, I got a call from one of their clients. Like they're really far out, but they never liked the company. They liked me personally. They don't like the company that much at all. They liked me. I guess just they had a bad experience with one of our techs. But they like me personally, and they called me and they're like, "Hey, can you come out Monday?" So within a minute of being told they don't have any work for me, I got work, but by proxy of them, and I could probably get in trouble for even accepting it. But at the same time, if the company's going to go down because their computers aren't working and they're afraid to call Bison IT, I'll fix it now and deal with the damages later, because obviously they're suffering now on a personal and business level. So either way, it's just kind of funny how that happened, that I ended up with work in the anxieties I wasn't going to get work. But it is what it is. I do all this full time, my blogs, my posts, and my videos, my podcasts, because my Bison IT isn't working out, or my tech companies and all that stuff isn't working out. So this is like me pursuing my dreams in the in between, where I'm unsure about the future. I'm making the future happen because I'm scared of it, and that's what I do. I attack things I'm scared of. So going back to the article, the article's like essentially talking about how to don't see it as a bad thing. If you get fired, it sucks, it's negative. However, turn it into a positive. Now's your time to really dive into what you want to do. Live off whatever funds you had left and just invest. Learn skills, network, all that stuff, and it has like links and everything. And like I said, that related to me because I've been in this situation a lot. I've never been fired, but I've left a lot of companies to a point where I was like, I'm back at square one about that. So it was kind of like, this one comes from the heart. And so far it's been very well received. I got 4 or 5 comments on it and everything. So, sake of time, we'll keep moving forward, because I don't know how long I've already talked. I have no way to tell. I'm sorry. If this is like a 20-minute video, I'm sorry. Alright, so yeah, that was the irony of the work thing. Okay, so moving on. Like last night, I played Sims 3 on Twitch stream, and it was a lot of fun. I did not expect a good outcome. I know that sounds weird, but I didn't expect anybody to show up, because I was looking at Twitch. I always look at the games that are like the top games, and it was all the top 5 that usually is, and everything else was just kind of like 2, 3 people. It was like ridiculous. And Sims 3 wasn't even on the list. No one was playing Sims 3, and I'm like, ooh, that's probably not good for me. But I was wanting to like chill, and I kind of like my Sims 3 game right now. So I was playing it, and I ended up with like 20 people watching me, and I got like, yeah, about 5 to 6 new follows. So I was like, alright, that is legit. And a lot of them followed during the time in which I burned a sim alive. Maybe I should really question my audience. I think we're all assholes. Damn. Well, either way, I burned a sim alive because she was modeled after an old sim, or an old Twitch chat member we had that's never come back. And I wanted just to be my roommates, because all the sims are modeled after my roommates, John, Chris, and Matt, and soon to be Will. So I was like, I need to get rid of her. So I put her in a glass box outside. I don't endorse slavery or anything like that, but it was hilarious. And I put like fireplaces in there and rugs. And it was just like from there it was like lighting the torch, just waiting for the wick to hit the dynamite. Then eventually she caught on fire and burned to death. And as a consequence, my 3 members of the household that didn't even know her mourned for 2 days and like almost lost their jobs. Yeah, so that kind of backfired. But however, it was a lot of fun. It's actually up on my Twitch right now. It's on my Twitch and the YouTube channel. And I'll post that link below because it's kind of funny. She's just like screaming bloody murder. Wow, I think I might be psychotic. Sorry, that was oof. Got my coffee, by the way, as I mentioned. I mean, gotta have your coffee. That's my $4 a day limit on that type of thing. Oh my god, I hate this freaking fan. Anytime I turn this fan on, like all the paper in my room just goes into tornado mode. But I have to, because my room is always 120,000 degrees. Working on fixing that, but right now I'm just like, hectic week coming up, or hectic weekend. As of Thursday, I thought I was doing a whole bunch of things Thursday, but that fell through. Not fell through, it got pushed back, and it's weird because the people who pushed the plans back were like, no, it was always on Friday. We were always doing this on Friday. I'm like, you just told me 2 times this week, Thursday. 2 separate conversations, 2 people told me Thursday. And now you're all denying that and saying, whatever. Either way, so I'm doing that, and then I'm also hanging out with my family on Friday. We're going to go to Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun, which is awesome, and it sucks. It sucks because I love roller coasters when I'm already on them, but I hate the lead up to them. I know that sounds stupid, but like being in the line and watching the people scream as they go flying down the hill, I'm like, oh fuck no, that ain't happening. That's not me. And then I get on it, and I'm always just like, I'm pretending to be cool, and I'm like, alright, my little brother's here, you know, my mom's here, or somebody else is here, and I'm just calm like, oh, this will be fun, this will be fun. By the end of the sudden, I'm like, fuck me. And then of course it, you know, it does the takeoff at first, and it's just like up the hill, like, I'm like, that's the time bomb of my life. Those are the last, that's like the 5, 4, 3, 2, death. And I'm like, oh shit. And then as soon as it goes over the hill and the adrenaline hits me, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm top of the world. It's retarded. But it's like that roller coaster of emotions I go through every time I want to get on a roller coaster. So I'm like, how many of these will I be able to scapegoat out of? While my 13-year-old little brother's going to be like, woohoo! Whatever. So that's going to be fun. And then Oceans of Fun is pretty cool, but I suck at swimming, so I always just look like an idiot. Which I do anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, so that's coming up, and that's on 4th of July, and all these other things, and then I have to drive my brother back to my father's on Saturday. I don't know how that's going to work out, because I don't have money, because my other work forgot to pay me, I guess. So I'm like, I don't have the gas for that. Let me just piss in my gas tank. We'll see how far that gets me. So, okay, this is cool. This is just awesome. It's very emotional for me. I was talking to my little brother last night, and I ran away at a very young age, and he's at that young age, he's like 13, and I ran away at 15, or 15 or 16ish, I always forget, but I'm the only one in the world that has been in the shoes he's been in. In fact, he's following my footsteps in a sense, and he's, like I said, I ran away early, and he's already kind of getting very upset by the situation, and I don't know if he's going to run away. He might not run away, but he's going to move out probably when he's 18, or, you know, like most kids do. And when he does, he said, I have to have 2 million YouTube subscribers. But if he runs away, that means I have 2 years to get 2 million subscribers. If he waits till he's 18, then I have roughly 4 years, roughly, depending on how he gauges it as a 13-year-old. So yeah, I have a couple years to make 2 million subscribers on any of my YouTube channels, or even Twitch. I don't even know. And I get, it's weird because when he said that, I had this emotional attachment, like I made a promise to him, and it was silly at the time, just us joking around, but like it feels real. It feels like an actual goal for my channel. It's really the only goal I have, because so far it's just been, my only goal has been to post every day, which is a goal, you know, that builds content and all that, but you know, that type of goal is so absurd and like crazy that just thinking of it, it feels like, it's like the same feeling of thinking about outside the realm of the universe. Like you think of, oh, here's the Earth, and then here's the planets, and then here's the stars, and then there's space, and then there's that thing, the thing outside of space. And you're like, your mind, when you think about that, you just feel out of body. You're like, wow, what is out there? Like that's the one question you can't answer. So like thinking about 2 million subscribers, I feel like that's not even in my scope right now, because I'm looking here, I'm looking right at you, and it's like millions of eyes that way. I can't even see it, but I can dream of it. So that's the goal, 2 million subscribers. Set in stone, this video done. Set. So hopefully we get there by the time he gets free. So what else? Oh yeah, tonight's stream, which I'm doing in 30 minutes. I'm going to be playing Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, that I've heard a lot about. Looks pretty fantastic. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Hopefully the stream will work, because sometimes it doesn't. Now that I got my new Asus receiver that does internet amazing on 5 gigahertz at 50 down and 5 up. So I'm like, should be a good night. Should be a good night. It's always a good time. What a podcast! I got the new podcast for the Cortexual, as it's called, Cortexual series on nilocortex.com. I do them every Thursday, and I did this one early just because I'm still expecting tomorrow to be crazy. So I put it up there, and it's about 30 minutes long. It's about 34 minutes long, and it's funny. I put audio in the beginning and the end of it, you know, kind of like an intro and an outro, and I had to delete the outro because WordPress only accepts 32 megabit files. Like, that's the exact limit. And when I put the audio at the end, it was 32.1. It was 1. Oh my. So I had to delete it and upload it anyway. So either way, by the neck of it, it's up. So either way, you should check that out. I'll put a link below. Channel arts, on my vlog, as you can see, the Captain Cortex thing is up there. And I kind of liked having fun making that. And then my other channel, my gaming channel, also has the From the Cortex Horizon picture. So I actually got somewhat art up there as I'm trying to practice on my own to do more, you know, art and cartoonish type stuff. So I'll get there. The NiloCortex.com updates. Let's see, I have the podcast page is now up there. We have AdSense now to help pay for the website because, you know, that helps because I have no money. XCOM vids are up. By the way, don't even say it. I know I need to shave. I really do. I was taking tips from Wolverine, and apparently they don't grow in as much for me. So there's that. Either way, I'll get to that. That's probably tomorrow. Earlier I had coffee, and I was so concentrated that I guess I slammed my coffee down. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, boom, not even thinking about it. And a single drop threw itself in the air, and like a kamikaze pilot, aimed for my nose. It was like, I'm going in. We're going to flood that nose with beautiful coffee. And it hit right in the middle. I have a very small little, whatever you call this little bridge, and it hit right there. And I was like, wow, what are the odds of that? And that guy just got fired because these are fucking huge nostrils. And I was like, oh my god, how does that happen? So I was pretty happy that I didn't have to snort coffee today, because that's usually a last-ditch effort to get hyper. Like, that's not usually on the plan A, B, C, D, or anything else following that. Yeah, that's usually the last thing. I haven't actually done that before. Don't judge me. I have not done that. Patreon. I'm still working on the Patreon. I'm still posting to it, but it's a foreign beast. I don't even know how to get pledgers. I don't even know how to market for that type of thing. Like, I've never had to. I don't even. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. But if you guys get a chance and you want to be a pledger, let me know, because you would be my first, and that would be awesome. But that'd be pretty cool. I'll post a link to that one as well. And the last two things before we cut this, because again, I don't know how long this has been going on. To me, it feels like 30 minutes, but it's probably like 7. Fairy Tail. I started watching that. I watched the first episode 2 days ago. I like it so far. I'd like to see where it's going. I'm gonna watch the second one probably tonight. Honestly, probably tonight. And Attack on Titan. I've seen the series, but now I'm watching I'm reading the manga, and I'm on chapter 12-ish. Yeah, where they're let's see, Eren Yeager just became the Titan again. They're using him to move the boulder. And the second he became it, like, he was just like pow, or hit Mikasa, or what was her name? Mikasa Ackerman, something like that. Yeah. And I just punched her. I'm like, oh shit. But I expected it, because I've seen the anime series. I just haven't read all the comic, and I heard the the manga goes a lot farther than the anime. So I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what happens after. What's her name? The blonde. I can't see it now because I haven't seen her in the show or in the manga yet, but I forgot her name. When she goes into her ice crystal. Spoilers. When she goes into like the ice crystal and she's dug out of the Titan. Like, that's where the show stops, and that's where I heard the manga picks up from. So I'm gonna go check that out, probably tomorrow-ish. So either way, my friends, thank you for joining me for another Cortexual or Captain Cortex vlog thingy. If you like it, let me know. Comment below. I love to hear comments, critiques, feedback, lovins, hatins, neutralins. Yeah. So, alright, my friends, take care.